deer project at Genesis Farm. And what this project is all about is about including the deer with all of nature. It's not about excluding the deer. How can we work together?
Okay.
And basically what worked back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and they said, look, we really don't want your food. We really don't want your food.
Okay.
Show us the boundaries. I said, okay. So if I show you the boundaries of the human food, okay, then boss is taping this, I can tell. So
I know.
so if I can show them the boundaries of the human food, they'll stay out of it.
Okay.
So then I said, well, what'll show you the boundaries? I said, we don't want to fence it. How about flags? Yeah, flags are fine. I said, red flags? No. Green flags? Yes. I said, why green? So because we can see green at night. Perfect. I said, so I got fluorescent green flags. They can definitely see fluorescent green flags at night. Now, my agreement is, yes, they won't touch the human food, okay? But we have given them what they need, which is food, water, and safety. Now, there's plenty of food out there in the woods, okay? Plenty of food for them out there. There's water all going down the stream, and safety is no hunting allowed on the property, okay? And so they got what they need, okay? That's what they need. And like they said, they didn't really want our food, okay? So I've just been gradually working with them all summer long, just working on that agreement with them. Yeah, we agree. And I'm learning and they're learning, okay? And where they intrude is I've noticed a couple times where I had flags along here, but I didn't have flags down here.
Okay.
So the first time they intruded down through here.
Okay.
My fault.
Okay.
They didn't have the flags properly marked. I noticed I was just working up in the hostas up there. I left one spot. It was a little open, no flags, right, kind of right there. That's where they go into. Got to get the flags there. And I think a little bit of it sometimes, the little bit of damage, and even down there, is the young deer. I think they come in, and you got to allow for that. It's the 10%.
Okay.
You got to allow for it. Because young deer come in, and they don't know any better. So they, and it's in them, these little tops of these tomatoes are like Hershey's Kisses to them.
Is that right?
And it's like a baby. What are you going to say? You can't have it? They're gonna want it. So it's a little bit of sharing. It's including the deer in the whole agreement rather than excluding. Okay, they're not a pest anymore. They're really included in the whole process. So it's working with them, not against them. It's not like this anymore. None of this. It's working with them.
So if I can ask a question, Miriam, I mean, I'm just thinking of you having this conversation with the mainstream person and them being skeptical, to say the least.
Oh,
How do you...
we get through that all the time now. Don't forget, we're doing this work for 10 years.
Okay.
So I get that. Okay, I'll get that. And right now, this is my first year really doing the work with deer. I have this location. I got another location in South Jersey with roses. Okay, 550 roses to be exact. So it's not just a couple of rose bushes, a lot of roses. And I can show you footprints of deer right by the rose bushes, but yet they don't touch the rose bushes.
And roses is something they like, obviously.
Oh, the little rose tips when they first come out before they open up, Hershey Kisses. Oh my God, they just love those. Yeah, just like the tops of these tomatoes, oh, tender, juicy. Oh, we just love those. So they love to get in there. And again, it's the same principle. They'll stay at it. Plenty of food from these are big estates. So especially where the roses are, it's a big estate. And so there's plenty of food for them. In fact, the mommy just dropped a baby there recently, right on the spot, right in the middle of the yard one day. Yeah. And that to me was all about, she felt safe there in order to do that. Okay. And that's part of the deal. You got to feel, you got to have your safety too. You have to get what you need. And then you'll work with us. You get what you need, we get what we need, and everybody works together. And it's all about collaboration with them. Yeah, and people are skeptical. Yeah, and this is my first year doing this. I'll get a little more confident in it myself, do a little bit more get my procedures down a little bit better, and then and then if people will still be skeptical.
Right.
Okay,
but then you have results.
Yeah, I got
I mean,
results to show.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this hospice up
Uh-huh.
around Sister Miriam's house
Right.
here, and then get down by the main farmhouse where I haven't treated, just look
I
right
saw
there
the
by
wrong.
the edge.
I thought a person did that.
No,
She
no,
said,
no.
that's the deer.
Deer. Yeah, and I'm saying that's the
wow.
difference.
Okay.
Okay, and you get things like that occurring, and they're on, you know, and you're on your way. And like the orchard out here, it's really incredible because there are pears on that one of those trees out there, and young trees, and not all the trees have, but there's actual pears out there, and the deer should be eating those pears. I mean, those pears shouldn't be there. Okay, I mean, look how close that is to the woods, you know. And even this garden is what's this, 50 feet, 75 feet to the woods.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so
Terrific.
yeah, yes, that's the principle we work, and part of what helps us to work is kind of like a group consciousness thing. She believes in the work, okay, and most of the people are seeing the results, and they're saying, yeah, there's really something here, and in that there's a consciousness of the whole thing, and people are kind of getting the idea, yes, we can work with deer, yes, we can do this, and that brings a group consciousness to all that. And in fact, one of the things Sister Miriam did is on that Change of the Seasons day, she put, apparently we weren't here, but they put raspberry pancakes, took raspberry pancakes a few, up into the woods for the deer.
Wow.
And there's a token there.
Yes.
I mean, it's not going to be enough to feed them forever.
Right.
But it's
symbolic,
a token. It's like, yes, it's symbolic. Yes. Look, we're trying to work with you. Here's some food up here for you. We got that you're not eating our food, and we appreciate that. And here's a new way that we can work together. And here's a little symbol that we got that what you need, and we're going to work with you.
It's like a resurrection of native ways or something.
Exactly.
And here you are, mainstream, modern day.
Yeah.
And tapping into it, and then people like Miriam giving you the support and the encouragement.
Because she's here every day.
I mean, I actually have tears in my eyes.
It's great. So
remarkable. Whereas, before I knew you and the first day I heard about it, I was 100% skeptic. And now it's like, wow, that's what civilization, or that word should apply, humans did.
That's right, years ago.
For years. And
Sure.
I'm not kidding.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, the Native Americans, they did it. Sure, they worked with the animals. They didn't just slaughter animals. They work with the animals. They work with the trees, too.
Yeah.
I tell people, the trees kind of sing to each other. It's how they communicate. They kind of sing to each other. Told that to a Native American once. I said, the trees kind of sing. It's kind of like sing to each other, and that's how they communicate. They operate in community. And she said, oh, yes, that's the way we dance to them. That's what we dance to. We hear that music. We dance to it.
Wow.